Hello from the garden shop. In this video I want to show you one of our range of our fungicides that we have available on the website, and it is the Bordeaux Mixture. So this is a fungicide used to control a range of leaf infections, and mostly used to control potato blight. So this is a product that contains copper sulphate, and it's a product by Vitax. So looking at the packaging then, it comes in a tub that's 175 grams, and it comes with a plastic sealable lid which has a safety lock on it. Okay, so you gotta push in the sides just to open it up. Okay, so you can see here it's kind of a bluish powder that you're getting, and you need to dilute that into water to apply it then to the foliage. So before we do that, I'll just talk you through the product itself. So that's it really. It's called Bordeaux Mixture, and its active ingredient is copper sulphate, and it has more uses than just to control potato blight, but it controls a range of leaf infections. So we'll just turn around and look at the back of it here, and you can see the range of things that it does. So it just gives you ideas on when to use it, but also tells you that it's not only used for potato blight, but also for tomato blight. If I just hold it straight up, it might be better. Also rusts on blackcurrant and gooseberries, leaf spot on celery, peach leaf curl, bacterial cankers on cherry trees and plum trees, and also apple canker. So it's used not only to control potato blight, but also used on a range of fruit bushes and trees, and can control a number of other leaf related infections on a range of ornamental plants. So that's the product. So really this is a great product. It's easy to use. It comes in a sealable lid. It's really the only effective control against potato blight, and in certain circumstances it can be used in organic growing. In fact, you're allowed to use quite a large quantity of it. It's been approved for organic use. So we'll show you now how to apply this to your potatoes or to your crop. So in terms of blight then itself, that's the most common use for Bordeaux Mixture. Blight is a very common occurrence, generally from late June through to the end of August. And when you're going to use a product like this, you want to really be proactive and apply it to your potatoes before blight has set in. So to do that then, recommended that you listen out to the likes of Met-Erin or other websites you'll see online who gives you a detailed forecast on when you're likely to see blight coming, and then have your Bordeaux Mixture at the ready and apply it to your potato crop. So potato blight is a fungus itself, and it's most common in kind of a damp, humid, warm conditions, and it's a fungus itself that's spread by wind. So when all those conditions kind of come together, that's when potato blight is most prevalent. So that's what you want to watch out for. Then the application of the product then, so you generally be applying it from late June onwards. And what we'll do now is to show you the application rate. So I'm just going to open the product up here. And what you need then, the application rate is, what we have here is a pressure sprayer. So what you would need then is 1.5 litres of water, which we have here inside our pressure sprayer. Again, you can get a product like this on thegardenshop.ie. And then with a measure of your own, you want to get about 30 grams of the product. And I know that once I have this filled to the top, it's roughly 30 grams. So if you can zoom in there, you might be able to see the powder that's coming out. Okay. So this has measurements on it to tell me where it is 30 grams of powder. So in this container you get 175 grams. So with just one tub like this you can get a number of applications, and as I said, 30 grams dilutes down to 1.5 litres. So that's the application rate. We have 1.5 litres of water plus 30 grams of your Bordeaux Mixture, and then just simply pour it in. And then seal it up. Now when you're applying something like this, you can in fact add a small tiny drop of a washing up liquid or similar, just to help it cling to the foliage. This is something that people often recommend with different weed killers as well. So it works as well with Bordeaux Mixture, that you add just a small drop of washing up liquid, and that will help the liquid that we have here, the mixture that we've created, to sit on the foliage for longer. So here we have the pressure sprayer. Then to use the pressure sprayer, you obviously want to give this a good shake. You can see now the liquid's turning blue. You pump the pressure sprayer, and then you can start to apply it. Okay. Now to apply your Bordeaux Mixture diluted, you would probably want to just give a very light coating. You don't want to overly apply it, but just a light coating, just glazing over all of the foliage, both the surface and the underside of the leaves. And you want to do that before any kind of signs of blight has set in. Application then after that, maybe every 3 to 4 weeks, following on from the first application, you want to then go out again with your Bordeaux Mixture and reapply it to the foliage. And with that, you should keep the potato blight at bay. So that's the most common way to control potato blight, is through the application of Bordeaux Mixture, which, as I said, is considered an organic option. There are other ways, of course, to control potato blight, and that is with your choice of seed potato. And I have here one of a range of seed potatoes that we have available on the website, which is the Sarpomira seed potato. And this variety of potato is renowned for being resistant to blight. So again, this in itself shouldn't require application of Bordeaux Mixture. It should itself have a resistance to blight. So that's one of a range of ways to control against blight. Of course, if you are going to grow potatoes in your vegetable garden, it's important to never grow your potatoes in the same location every 2 years. But in fact, even best practice is to rotate every 4 years, so that no one area of your vegetable garden has potatoes more than once in that 4-year period. And another important feature or aspect to gardening in terms of controlling potato blight is that when you harvest all of your potatoes, to be sure that you get all of the potatoes out of the ground, and not to leave any potatoes in the ground, lying on the ground, or lying anywhere around your vegetable garden, as these can harbour the potato blight infections or fungus, and then carry them through to next year. So there's some little tips on how to control potato blight, but otherwise Bordeaux Mixture is probably the only sure fast way to control the problem. And here it is, Bordeaux Mixture, a product available on thegardenshop.ie.